Hey guys, I make these videos for free. I try to walk you through every single step of the training process. I don't edit because I want you to see the process of training, okay? So, free stuff, obviously. The way you can help me out is to subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate it very much. It helped me, helped my family, so thank you very much. I am going to keep talking to you guys about releasing the dog out the door and then stopping or turning until every one of you understands it. I realize that a new method, something that almost nobody has ever seen, is going to get questions. Some people get mad about it. Some people have legitimate questions about it. And there's been 2 questions from my video 2 days ago that are legitimate questions, not understanding it. Then there's 10 people who say, this method's a game changer, it changed my whole life. And on Instagram, people are posting videos to me of their dogs walking perfectly because of the stop and turn method and training the dog not to leave you, right? That's what we're training. We're training the dog not to go on its own walk. We are stopping and turning when the dog goes on its own walk. So here's one of the questions that I have to address because they're nice, put nicely. People are just literally, some people, not understanding it, okay? And I'm going to try to explain it. And I have a dog. I'm going to do it with the dog. Cassie writes, I might be misunderstanding, but isn't okay, in quotes, a release cue, meaning the dog can go? For my dog, okay means he's free to go and break position, etc. So I wouldn't correct him for getting out in front of me then, only if he did it before I released him. I see you're releasing the dog, then correcting. Am I doing something wrong? All right. So Cassie and a few other folks. We're dealing with higher level stuff here, okay? We are dealing with overall issues of restraint. My goal is not to give a cue like a release and it mean one thing to the dog all the time. My goal is to fix dogs. The goal is not for the dog to understand exactly what release means. If they misunderstand it a little bit, I'm okay with that as long as the dog behaves better. That's okay. Dogs are incredibly impulsive creatures. More impulsive than many animals in the wild. They fly outdoors. They run into traffic. They pull you down the street. I saw a guy the other day get pulled by his German Shepherd going to attack a dog. Guy went down like a ton of bricks. Dog felt like doing something and it did it. So, the method that I am employing is saying, I don't care what I say to you. You can never, while on this leash, leave me. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This leash trumps everything. Everything on this leash is hesitation. Everything you do on this leash is hesitation. I don't care if I say, okay, go nuts and run as fast as you can. Obviously, there's not a cue for that. It doesn't matter. This trumps that. All right? So, yeah, okay. And I do, by the way, I do a release off leash. I give the same release on purpose. I say, okay. And Dutch, come here. Sit. What a good boy. Stay. So what I do is, when they are ready to get off leash, I do the exact same cue because I want hesitation even when they're released off leash. It works both ways. Dutch, sit. Good. Stay. I take the leash off and then I say, okay, because I don't want Dutch or any other dog to be going, oh my God, when am I going to get released? And I say, okay, and they fly away. They can release. Okay, Dutch, you're released. You can stay there if you want, but you can get up. Okay, and I want the dog to go and walk away from me and then maybe run. I want hesitation. That's all I'm working on with every single dog. Not all I'm working on is hesitation. Dogs sit here at your house. You open a door, they fly through a door. They see the corner of a door, they push through a door. They see a person, they jump on them. These are all impulsive things that your dogs are doing, and all we're doing is creating situational awareness, and we're training these dogs to hold themselves back from something they want to do, no matter the verbal cue, body language cue, whatever it is. So the okay for me to do it at a door, Dutch, come here. Come. Good boy. That's our good boy. I'm not even going to do a sit stay. Okay. He's on a leash. That's all that matters. The verbal cue doesn't matter. It's enough verbal cues. It's enough telling your dog what to do all the time. You want to constantly tell your kid, don't do that, do that, don't do that, do that. Or do you just want your kid to make good decisions in life? Do you want to constantly tell your dog, heel, release, or do you want your dog to not pull on the leash and sort of do appropriate things, not pull to dogs, walk nicely sometimes, wants to sniff, kind of veer off, you let him sniff. I don't want to verbally tell dogs, kids, people what to do and what not to do all the time. How about they just act right? The leash means walk nice and you can't leave me. Ready? Oh, greatest dog ever. That's all we want. He started to, now that decision Dutch made on a leash to say, I want to go out the door, and then saying, me taking one step back and him saying, where's Joel, is the same thing when we get on a walk and Dutch goes, it's going to be more, it's more on a walk, but when Dutch goes, I want to go see that dog, I want to go bark at that dog, I want to attack that dog, but where's Joel? Is it going to be that perfect? No, he's going to be more stimulated on a walk. He's going to go, oh my gosh, there's a dog, and I'm going to stop, and he's going to be listening for me to stop because he knows what happens when they stop. I stop, he leaves, I correct, or I correct in turn. And then he's going to go, oh, there's a dog, I don't like that dog, oh, but where's Joel? Oh, but there's a dog, I don't like, oh, but where's Joel? And next thing you know, you're passing your dog. Next thing you know, the behavior looks like walk, walk, walk. Oh, there's a dog, get all worked up. Oh, but I got to watch this guy. Even if it's for a second, your dog goes, where's this guy at? All Dutch did right there is goes, where's this guy at? You have to train your dog's impulse control. And if it takes me tricking them a little bit and saying, okay, that's what it takes, I don't care. You shouldn't care. There's an epidemic in this society of leash reactivity, aggression. No one talks about it like that. It's an epidemic around this world. People are saying horrible things. Dogs are attacking other dogs in front of people. People's dogs they love more than anything, being killed in front of them. This is serious business. Things have to change. This method is a game changer. I didn't know it, to be honest with you. I just slowly did this method over the last 12 years because I've walked so many dogs, and this felt like the way to do it. But people are like, oh my God, never seen this method before. It changed my life over and over and over again. So, Cassie, and I don't mean to get all worked up. I'm not mad about the comment by any means. It's an okay release means the dog can go. No, it doesn't. On a leash, there's no cue that means go nuts. Not a single one. There's no cue that means pull me. There's no cue that means leave me. This is the cue. You want a cue? Here it is. It's a more clear cue than a verbal cue. That's your cue. That's every dog's cue. There's no messing around on this leash. Okay means free to go. So I wouldn't correct him for getting out in front of me. Yeah, I would. Absolutely I would. This is the cue. That's all we need. This is the cue. Okay? This is the stuff that helps the freaking out on walks. You guys have posted the videos of the results of this. All right? It's enough treating. I have treats on me right now. They work. I've talked about they sometimes work. They work 10% of the time. We need the other 90%. That's what we need. And this method, in my opinion, there's no prong on this guy. There's no shock on this guy. There's no choke chain on this guy. There's no gentle leader. There's no easy walk harness. This is normal collar stuff, the stuff you guys want. You guys want the normal collar. You don't want to go, got to get my treats, then got to get my prongs. People come out here with like double leashes, like they've got like a leash connecting here and a leash connecting here, and I'm always like, what is this? No one wants that stuff. We need to train restraint in the dog, that they don't do whatever they want when they want to do it. And there is a cue to that. This is the cue. What's the cue to not fly out the door? It's the door. It's the opening of the door. Those are your cues. Forget all the verbal cues. It's too much, in my opinion, my humble opinion. All right, That's a little explanation for questions on releasing the dog and then releasing the dog and then correcting the dog. Okay? That's the video. Hey guys, I make these videos for free. I try to walk you through every single step of the training process. I don't edit because I want you to see the process of training. Okay? So, free stuff, obviously. The way you can help me out is to subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate it very much. It helped me, help my family, so thank you very much.